Hello everyone, welcome back to Sade's Tarot Tea. So today guys, I'm going to be doing a long reading on Jennette McCurdy. I know a lot of people are, I don't know if currently this is still going on because I don't do readings like on people when things first break all the time. There's some exceptions in the past on my videos where I have done readings when news broke about somebody, but with this one I just kind of wanted the energy around Jennette to like set and really take my time with her reading. I didn't want to rush to do a reading on her, like I said, because there's a lot going on around her right now, and she's feeling although she is, I have a picture pulled up by the way guys that I'm looking at to get into her energy, but you know, jumping a little bit more into her reading than then I'll go into my intro. But you know guys, she's really relieved right now. There's a lot that she was holding in, a lot of demons that she was having to like face and acknowledge but was running from for some time. And you know, when I feel Jennette McCurdy's energy, I feel she's a fighter. Like she really has overcome so much. And I didn't look up anything for this reading because I didn't want to know anything really. I've heard in my time of like in the past, I have known a little bit about her mom, but this was not recent guys. I haven't looked up anything, but I have known a little bit about her mother, but this reading is going to be mainly about Jennette. I will include her mom a little bit. Her mom has passed away, but I'm not going to get into her mother's energy because I want to respect Jennette, and she really is working on forgiving her mother. So I will not be pulling on her mom. If her mom happens to come through in Jennette's reading, I'm going to block it because I want to be respectful, because they did not have a good relationship and her mom was very abusive to her. And even if I didn't know a little bit about her mom, I would still feel that. So her mom does not have the best energy. I'm not going to trash talk her mom. She doesn't have the best energy. So with that said guys, if you would like to know more about Jennette, and if you guys are not aware of who she is, she was on the Nickelodeon show iCarly, and she was on Sam and Cat. She's a very well-known figure as a Nickelodeon star, as a child actress. She's one of our generation, well, my generation, excuse me. She is known for being a child actress and very successful at a young age. So yeah guys, if you would like to know more about her and what I pull on her, then keep on watching. And also, while you guys are here, why don't you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for when your girl pull up. I mean, hello, I'm here, what's up? So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on reading on Jennette. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and first look at her birth chart. I hope you guys don't mind this part. I just do it so that I can get into their energy. If you are not aware of what a birth chart is, it is basically a snapshot of what the planets were doing in what zodiac sign at the time you were born as you were coming down to this earth, okay? That's what I like to tell people. As you know, I like to say about birth charts, they help us to understand ourselves because we're multifaceted people, right? So I'm gonna break down Jennette's birth chart for a little bit, and then we're gonna get more into her reading. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay guys, so I will have Jennette's chart pulled up right here. We are going to go ahead and look at her personality. I want to look more into her emotions because I am seeing already that she is a water sign. She's a Cancer, which explains a lot of the built up emotion that I feel from her. A lot of releasing in this time of her life that she is having to do. At some point in a Cancer's life, as they get older, they can no longer hold on to baggages because, you know, spirit will move them in the direction where they either become more spiritual or they become more aware of their emotions and become highly emotionally intelligent men or women. And life really does, we talk about Scorpios going through a lot as water signs, and not to discredit what Scorpios go through, but Cancers really go through a lot of abuse. It's intense, like the emotional abuse that I've come to realize that cancers go through. And I've met Cancer women and men that have gone through a lot, guys, you know, as doing readings on them, or you know, in passing, talking to them as coworkers, whatever that may be, friends in the past. I realized that they have, and through my research I've learned that they've gone through so much of emotional abuse. And I'm actually sadly not surprised, not to say this disrespectfully to Jennette, but I'm really not surprised that she had an abusive mother, because either with cancers it can swing one way where their mother is very nurturing depending on your moon sign, or it can swing another way where you know, the parent was very abusive and just did not know how to raise their child, raise a Cancerian child. You know, cancers are highly affected by the world around them and the emotions and the abuse that they feel from others, and they absorb that shit like a sponge, guys. It's no joke. It's really intense. And so yeah, as I said that, to say this, that Jennette is a Cancer sun. She's a moon in Taurus. Her Mercury is in Cancer. Her Venus is in Cancer. Her Mars is in Taurus. So right away, guys, I'm feeling this overwhelming amount of wanting to please people, wanting to, not to the point where she's a pushover. Like I said, I feel a very heavily strong energy from Jennette, where she did get that from her mother and the abuse that her mother gave her. She learned to push back and really fight and stand up for herself, because there was a lot of her being the underdog, having to prove herself, you know, basically sacrificing herself, which is to her mom, to feel loved and accepted. And with her moon being so heavily aspected in Taurus, Taurus moons, if you guys don't know, the moon represents the emotions of others to yourself, your private emotional state, the emotions that you wish to not share with other people, basically, is what I'm saying, or how people have to, what they need to do to get in close to be emotionally connected to you. And your relationship to your mother, and what fulfills you, what truly makes you happy, and also how you feel other emotions or feel things intuitively, because the moon is very intuitive. It's very psychic, right? So a lot of times, Jennette being a Taurus moon, she's not able to have time to, because Taurus moons don't like to stay in their emotions. They like to kind of like move quick and get out of it, or they'll be set in their emotions in a way where they feel them, okay? They do feel their emotions, but they tend to hold that grudge for a very long time. It could go either way. They'll hold a grudge for a very long time and not really learn to forgive people, or so that they get to release that emotion, so that they get to release that pain. Taurus moons, which I feel Jennette does, is they really harbor that pain. And her being a Cancer and having such heavy Cancer, she is all Cancer and Taurus, guys. This is, you know, this is pretty black and white for her. She's very all in or nothing. She's a very all in or nothing type of person. And when she says she's going to do something, she's very dependable, very reliable. And she expects people to be the same way. She has, I feel from her energy, very high standards of what she expects from other people. Her having such heavy Taurus and Cancer in her chart, and it really affects her. Which is what I'm talking about with her moon in Taurus and her Venus in Cancer. It really affects her when people don't show up the way she shows up, or when things are not given equally, or when they're not fairly given to her or to other people. So she's somebody that prides herself on loyalty and understanding and humanity. And, you know, she had to learn that dealing with her mom. I'm really curious what her mom's sign is. It's not really important, but I am curious about it, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious what her mother's sign was. But yeah, also I'm seeing she has a Mercury, like I said, she has our Mercury in Cancer. So Mercury is about how we communicate and how we process our thoughts, how we receive messages. psychically, you know, how we receive the messages from other people, how we process and break down what people say to us, because Mercury talks about communication and how that communication is received, right? So for her, being a Mercury in Cancer, she really holds in and listens to what people are saying to her. She really takes in the words of other people, and she'll filter and break down their emotional state within those words. So what I mean, guys, is if you say that you're fine and you're not, she could pretty much pick up on it very easily. It doesn't take much for her to not hear what you're actually trying to say. Or if you're being passive aggressive, like, she can hear it very well. Because also Mercury in Cancers tend to be very passive aggressive when they're feeling upset. You know, they have to get to a stage in their life with you where they feel like, okay, you know, we can talk this out and be blunt and be honest and not worry about getting hurt or being sensitive. She's always hyper aware of other people's emotions, to the point where I feel like it could cause her anxiety, or it can make her stay up at night. It could really mess with her mental health, her mental state. So there's that, guys. And then she has that Venus in Cancer. So again, it's showing an overwhelming amount of wanting to be loved and accepted. But also, if that is not given, she does resent people very fast, very easily. But as much as she gives herself, she expects that same thing in return. I said that. And she needs to learn in her lifetime, and I'm hoping that she is learning this, we'll see. But she needs to learn that not everybody is going to be able to love her the way she loves people. And that it's okay that people let you down sometimes. She cuts people off very, very fast. She cuts people off very fast. Yeah, she tries not to, but she has been through so much that she's like, I don't have the time or the energy. I just don't. You know, it's like, either you come correct in my life or you don't. Like, she has a very, like, how do I say this? Straightforward energy, very blunt energy about her. A lot of anger too. I feel she has a lot of anger in her. So I want to go ahead and look at also her energy right now and where it stands. Also touching on that Mars and Taurus. Again, it talks about Mars is the planet of aggression. And although, and her Venus is in Cancer, like I said. So the Venus is about loving on other people, loving on your friends, your family, how you spend your money on yourself, how you spend your money on other people, how you save that money, what you work towards, what's your passion, what you're passionate towards. And your Mars being in Taurus, if your Mars is in Taurus, the Mars talks about your aggression and how you are intimately and what you need intimately and how you express that anger. So again, that's what's telling me she holds grudges. Mars and Taurus, that's a really, I hold grudges type of placement. And I've met Mars and Taurians, and they will hold a fucking grudge, guys. Let me tell you, they can be the most giving people, but when that is not reciprocated, they get really upset, very resentful. This is a really good placement. I like Mars and Taurians. They will argue you down. She can argue very well. When she does confront, when she's not afraid to, guys, I'm seeing. When she was younger, it was a little different. She was learning her power. But Jennette is really understanding and learning her power, guys. Like, I feel that in her energy. If she doesn't get the Sun card, I'll be really surprised. So guys, like I said, I want to go ahead and look at Jennette's energy around her. I am actually pulling up a picture of her right now. So I want to see where her energy's at, because she just released her book about her mom. A very dark title, right, guys? But, you know, very, like I said, speaks her mind. She's not afraid to go there and see how she's feeling. Now, it does take her a while to get to that stage, because she likes to wait and see if this is really what she's feeling, and if she is allowed even to feel this, you know, because her mom did gaslight her a lot. Her mom did make her feel like she was just hearing things, that what she was feeling wasn't legit. She did gaslight her a lot, guys. You know, I'm hearing it. Guys, the first card to come out is balance. I really like this. This is beautiful. She got balance. That is the first card that flew out for her. She's really learning, guys. She's trying to, I feel like I said, there's a lot going on around Jennette, but I feel like she's really trying to center herself, and really, I see her trying to go to therapy. She's trying to get help because there's a lot of like built up as one, you know, if I had a mom the way she had a mom, I would feel this way too, but there's a lot of like shame in a way, and like feeling like, did I say too much? A lot of self-doubt is going on with her. So although she's relieved that the book came out, she's feeling a little like, ugh, like did I say too much? Like, Jennette, you're voicing your truth. Like, you didn't say, like, so many girls and men, girls, boys, men, women are going to relate to you, you know, but there is a sense of, okay, it's out of my hands. I'm letting it go. Like, she feels like she can finally let this grudge, that this baggage go that she has felt towards her mom, and just other people too that had a role in her life, that had a role in making her feel like she wasn't enough. This book wasn't only about her mom, guys. Yes, a lot of it is about her mom, but internally, deep down, it's about recentering and rebalancing and getting that inner child back. Like, that's what she needed to do to feel like, okay, I didn't lose myself completely to my mother or to people I've dated. You know, like I said, like, Jennette gives a lot of herself, and because of that, it's hardened her over the past. So she's trying to learn that not everybody is against her, you know, and it's been a really hard lesson for her. You know, like I said, she's trying to surround herself with better people. She's trying to, like, in her inner circle, she's trying to allow new people to come into her life, but really evaluate them and see if they're really there for her, because she's had so many people do her dirty, and she's had to learn the hard way, as a lot of cancers have to do when when they grow and they're realizing that the world is not as, at all, actually, it's not a good place, not a warm fuzzy place, you know. So hey guys, so I wanted to add this audio clip in because I felt like this was really important. So I was in the middle of editing this video, and I wanted to show her mom, at least like a picture of her mom, but I kept being told through Spirit and through Jennette's spirit guides to please not show her mom. So if you guys want to look up Jennette's mom on the internet, you are more than welcome to. I'm sure there are a lot of pictures, and people have been talking about her a lot, so I'm sure there's pictures of her mom floating around the internet. But yeah, I was gonna show a picture of Jennette's mom, her and her mom together, but Spirit was like, no, don't even show a picture of her mom, because her mom is, even in, it's so interesting, guys, even in the afterlife, her mom is still craving to be seen. She's craving the fame that she really put onto Jennette. Like, she really is still trying to live through Jennette, even in death. It's crazy. So any type of fame or acknowledgement that her mom gets, really, it can make her, this is how I feel hauntings happen, because there's a lot of unresolved problems and traumas that we go through. I'm thinking about making a whole video on hauntings and stuff like that for Halloween. We'll see if I can do it. But yeah, guys, I wanted to show a picture of Jennette's mom, just at least that, even though I didn't want to really address her too much. But I couldn't even do that because Spirit's like, no. I kept getting a no. Do not show her mom. Do not show her. So if you guys are curious as to what her mom looks like, just look it up. Because I can't. I want to remain respectful to Jennette and to her spirit guides. So yeah, I just want to put this clip in because I really wanted to mention this and why I'm not showing her mom. Because you guys know I'm big on showing pictures. So I just wanted to make note of that. And I really hope you guys are enjoying this reading. Sorry for the interruption. I just really wanted to say this because I felt like it was important. Okay. All right. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Have a good day or night. Bye. So guys, she's getting really good cards right now. I love her energy right now in this time. This book, I can't even express that enough. Or in her going to therapy and counseling and canceling out the bad people, because she did weed out some people in her life too, I feel, or she's going to. But I feel she's already started it. This book, like I said, is the hope and the courage that she needed to feel alive, because she's getting a lot of black bordered cards, guys, and to me the black around the border the black around the cards is saying that she felt like dead inside. She felt disconnected from her body. She just, for the longest time, from her mind, she couldn't get certain things under control in her life. Like, she felt very out of control, and that's not something from a young age, you know, everything being so structured for her. I feel being placed back into when she was a young girl. Everything, her mother structured everything around her. You know what I mean? And not only her mom, but she had people in her team that her mom arranged and got with her on, because her mom, from what I understand, hearing her mom was her momager. So she did place people in Jennette's life. This I'm not sure of, but I feel she did place people in Jennette's life to come in and say, hey, you know, like, she needs to do this at this time, as a lot of child actors and actresses do, like, as they go through this, you know. So she never really knew herself or her identity, and so she's finding that, guys. It's beautiful. Like, she's finding things that she likes. She's doing things that she wants to do, you know, especially being placed under Nickelodeon's watchful eye. And you know, a lot of people think that Nickelodeon is very, like, easygoing. They think it's a lot better than Disney Channel, and it's not. It's not. It's bad. It's really bad. At least a little bit with Disney, they're a little more strict with directors, people that work for them, because they're branding, even though it's still tainted and dark. Disney Channel thinks they're so perfect because they don't have directors that are corrupt. I'll say, I don't think I can see the word, but you guys know what I mean. They think that they don't have directors that are corrupt or would do bad things, you know, but that's not true, you know. Or they try to package it, which I feel this happens a lot too. They try to package it like they don't. But Nickelodeon, their crap comes out, you know what I mean, especially with Dan Schneider. I really want to pull on Dan. We're gonna pull on that. So yeah, this should get interesting. Like I said, guys, this is gonna be a long reading because there's a lot to talk about and unpack here with Jennette. So she's been through a lot. But anyway, guys, she's getting good cards so far. She got truth, balance, transformation, reverse. So the truth obviously is coming out. Her book, she feels relieved. We're knowing she's speaking her truth. Spirit is moving Jennette in a way where she can finally start setting herself free, thus coming into play her transformation, which is her transformation and her truth, you know, and her being balanced. So this truth is helping, like I said, it's setting her free, it's balancing her out, it's righting the wrongs in her life. I also feel like, I don't know, I feel like there was money that Jennette won. I don't know if she went to court about something, or if her mom, maybe her mom had like some things that she like could sell and Jennette got money from that. But I'm hearing like a lot of money came in for her, which was really good. That really helped her out a lot, because she hasn't been wanting to work or like get back into the industry for a minute, because it was so bad for her, guys. It was very scary for her, scary time. And she also was doing it, I feel, to like rebel against her mom. She really wants to do other things. She wants to do other things, guys. I feel it, like, and I feel like she is doing other things. Yeah. Well, obviously, you know, she's writing that book. I know too, like, from hearing in the past, I don't know if she's still doing it, but she was talking into doing a podcast, or she was gonna do a podcast So I see her continuing that as well. I do see her directing. I don't see her wanting to act yet, but I want to look into that and see if she wants to act. But like I said, guys, I don't know a lot about what's going on with her. I just know from hearing in the past, because this has been ongoing news with Jennette, that she's had problems with her mom. But I followed her journey on iCarly because I grew up with her, you know, so I know about her, but I didn't know that she was going through all this, you know. So like I said, guys, I will always keep it real. I did know about her mom, but that's it. You know, I knew bits and pieces about her mom, but recently, the news that's broke recently, and I know she's went on to interviews and she's talked about it. I've seen it pop up on my YouTube, but I haven't looked at anything, so just want to give that disclaimer. So the message that I have for Jennette, I pulled 2 cards for her, which I feel like are very strong, guys. And I pulled the Universe card in the upright and Destiny reversed. So pretty much what I'm feeling with these, that her spirit guides want her to know that the universe is working in her favor, okay? They are going to move things out that should not be there. They are already doing that, but she is going to get more opportunities. They also don't want her to completely close herself off to acting or the industry, because I see her being very successful. Maybe not acting wise, because I feel like, you know, she's just over it, honestly, but we'll see. But I feel like she will have so many good things coming to her if she just, the universe is saying, open your energy back up. Don't close your energy off. This is your gift. This is something that you have an eye for. So I feel like they're saying for her to do directing, which, you know, I honestly feel like she will get into that. Maybe even working as a publicist or a PR, like, is that, yeah, as a PR. Into marketing, something with marketing. I'm hearing her, she should do marketing. Also, Jennette likes to cook, so I just heard that. I'm sorry, like, she should have a cooking channel, or cooking show. She should have a cooking show or something. Like, she's very good at cooking. Like, she should do that. That makes sense. She's like, I mean, she has cancer, so it makes sense. But they're saying that she needs to, she feels like she doesn't know fully what she wants to do or what her destiny is, because she's only known acting for so long. But they're saying to open up her energy back up to the possibility of getting back into the industry and really going for directing or something having to do with helping other actresses coming up, or maybe even get into some legal, like, law or something having to do with, like, I don't know if they go hand in hand, guys, but like, I'm hearing she needs to help other child actresses or people coming up, or help direct them, like a mentor, so to speak. Like, they want her to go back into the industry to mentor. But I heard something having to do with law or something, guys. Like, not for her to be a lawyer. She would be a good lawyer, though. I feel like she would be a good lawyer. But yeah, they're saying that something with, like, I don't know if there's a field for this, but helping people fight to get out of contracts, like I said with JoJo almost, but helping get out of, you know, contracts with networks. She's learned how to do that, and she's really done her research, guys. She's not using this to get her down. Like, she's not even trying to, like, play, I mean, she has every right because her mom was just horrible, but she's not trying to do that, guys. I don't feel this victim mentality. Like, yes, she's sad about things, she's angry, rightfully so, you know what I mean, guys, but she really wants to show people that you can overcome anything. You can overcome any obstacle, any trauma. Like, she wants to make that her main focus. So I also see her, because of that, getting more into mental health, like speaking out more about it, eating disorders, because that is something that I feel heavily dealt with, and still to this day is battling, you know. She's a lot more healthy than she was, but she's still battling this eating disorder, allegedly. So yeah, the last card I pulled for her is her shadow side in the reverse. So they still want her to confront this transformation that is going to happen. I want to say it's already begun, but in the next month or so. I heard in October she's going to go through a bigger transformation, and it's going to be going on towards the end of December to January. She will go through more transforming of letting go and shedding the old Jennette, and she's going to be able to prosper from that. So we're going to really see her get a lot more deals. She's going to place herself in a position where this book is helping too, guys, by the way. But oh, you know what too, I feel like she's going to go on speak out. What, I just heard speak out, like speak out more, like go to, like, you know how like mentors or those people that have been through a lot, they go like TED Talks, you know, like something like that. But she's gonna go to like colleges or schools or counseling, or like counseling sessions, or she's really gonna speak out about addiction, eating disorders, the industry of traumas. She's gonna create, or she wants to, I suggest you do this too, a class that helps, maybe that's what I was hearing. Oh, interesting. I heard that she wants to create a class, or there will be an opportunity given to her. This is part of the transformation, where she will teach a class on how to deal with your trauma, how to deal with mental health issues, how to be a child star but not get swept up into that, you know. I like her energy, guys. It's a lot different. Not to compare her to Demi. I love Demi, don't get me wrong. But, you know, Demi went through a lot too, but Demi is trying, I want to do an updated reading on Demi, but Jennette's is more of like a fight, like I'm here to fight mentality, almost to her detriment a little bit. She needs to be careful of that, not fighting everybody. It's okay to block yourself from certain people, but she needs to allow people into her energy, and she is learning that. But there's going to be more opportunities for her to speak out, and I was saying Demi let that beat her down for a long time, but Jennette is the kind of like the opposite of that. Like, she's really, for a minute it did get her down, but she's really pushing through it and really trying to overcome these obstacles, and she will transform from a lot of this. So it's beautiful to see that, guys. I'm really excited for her. Okay, guys, so I have a list of questions that I wanted to put in this video. My first question is, why did Jennette quit acting? So I feel like she quit acting, actually intuitively, I feel like she quit acting because of her mother. I feel like she wanted to rebel against her mom. That was one big thing I'm hearing. And also, she was tired of it. Like, she just found that it was too much for her. She wanted to step away from it. Originally, I'm hearing she wanted to take a break, but then was like, actually, you know what? I'm kind of done for now. Okay, so guys, I got a pretty basic answer, honestly. So the question was, why did Jennette quit acting? So the Seven of Pentacles came out for her, and it told me because she didn't feel like she was getting acknowledged. So the Seven of Pentacles to me is about not only, of course, money and getting what you're owed, it's a waiting card, so waiting for some type of acknowledgement, or what's the word, like money to come in, or a gift to come in, waiting for something to come in, right? So she didn't feel like she was getting what she was owed, like that, her flowers, you know, that acknowledgement, like, I've been doing this for a while, I deserve to have a prosperous career, like a promising career. Like, she felt like she put in her time, and it was just really frustrating for her, on top of her mom being annoying and like pushing her and not allowing her to take breaks or allowing her to just be a kid. She began to become really resentful of her fame, you know, and also because she felt like like I was saying, she wasn't getting the acknowledgement that she deserved. She wasn't getting the pay that she deserved. A lot of times she felt like they were undercutting her. So she was just getting really fed up and upset about it, as rightfully so. I mean, she works hard, and she felt like she would drive herself crazy learning her lines. You know, actually, Jennette, I feel she's too hard on herself. That's another thing about her chart. Jennette's too hard on herself. She learns lines really fast. She has a really good memory, guys. Like, I feel it. Like, she memorizes lines, songs, almost kind of like, not a photographic memory, but she almost kind of has one. But I guess that kind of is a photographic memory, but I don't think she would consider that she has a photographic memory. But I feel like she pretty much has a photographic memory. But if she hones in on it more, she could really have, it could really be on point, guys. Like, that's a gift, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm getting off track here, but she feels like she was not getting the acknowledgement that she deserved, or the roles, you know, that she deserved, or the credit, right? Yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. I'm getting a freaking straight answer. I'm trying to shuffle more to see what else she gets for this question, but Seven of Pentacles, pretty straightforward. That's what she felt, and so I'm gonna run with it, guys. Okay, so my next question is, will Jennette ever return to acting in the future? I'm very curious about this because I think she's very talented, and I don't think, you know, like my cards are saying, I don't think that she should give up on it, but let's see. So I asked, will Jennette return to acting in the future? I'm getting a no. I feel like she will do other things because the Empress came out reversed, which is her mom. I knew that was going to come out. Her mom is actually coming out as the Empress reverse, but I feel like Jennette is coming out as the Queen of Swords reverse. And the Ten of Pentacles. So that Ten of Pentacles, guys, if you don't know, the Ten of Pentacles is a family card. It's in the upright. So although it brought her a lot of prosperity and it brought her closer to her mom, where she thought, like, she really wanted a relationship with her mom, guys. She loved her mom. Okay? But there was a lot of twisted things that her mom would do. So it reminds her too much right now. At least anyway, this energy could change, although the energy is very set, I'm going to say. She will still do things I'm seeing behind the scenes because it will make her money, and she wants to obtain that living, and she's used to being partly in the industry like that in some way, even if she did step away from acting, but she was still doing things behind the scenes, like, you know, videos here and there, stuff like that, like skits. I feel like she'll also become more of a she has the ability to become a comedian. So I would say too, they're telling me she should look into becoming a comedian too. I don't know why I heard something about law. I heard something, guys, about fighting or law or justice or helping people get out of those situations, something like that. So maybe, not saying she's gonna be a lawyer, but like something involving helping people get out of unjust situations that have to do with like contracts, you know, which falls into stuff having to do with, okay, this is, you know, what am I trying to say, guys? Like, this is, yeah, just contracts. I keep hearing that. Why? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, back to this. But yeah, she is not going to return back to acting in front of the camera, but she does want to eventually, I feel she will want to still do skits. I feel like she will try to become a comedian, or she wants to become a comedian. I see her going for that, having a special on that, a comedic special. I feel like it will be really funny. I think she should do it. I feel like, guys, she should do it. So yeah, so no, that's a no. If she ever had kids too, I feel like she wouldn't really want them, because she's seen, to get into acting, she's seen how corrupt it is. She's been through a lot, guys. She's been through a lot. So my next question are, what are her plans for her future and her career life? So I feel like I said, something about fighting justice, law, something like that. Like, not becoming a lawyer, but getting in behind the scenes with that, like helping people get out of situations and breaking contracts, which is, you know, has to do with law type of stuff, because you have to go to court and do all this other stuff. So helping people know where to direct them, mentoring them in regards to things that are unjustly done to them. So in the industry, I see her being a voice and wanting to do that, wanting to speak out more with that, and I think she should. Really bringing to light how dark the industry is, and she's kind of already starting to do that, but really stepping out and helping, actually putting those words to action and helping people. So that's very strong. I feel it very passionately for her, guys. She wants to get into that, but she's being guided in what direction. So I'm kind of like a little all over the place with that. I'm not sure exactly what that's called. If you guys know, please put in the comments. I don't even know if I'm making sense. Okay. That's how messages come in sometimes. It don't make sense, but whatever. Also feel like she will get more into writing. She wants to do like more writing, but more of like a teen fiction type of novel. She likes to write a lot, and being more of a comedic person. She wants to get it, like, do a comedy special. She wants to, you know, tour and do comedy shows. I see her doing that. Also, like, I see her behind the scenes of the behind the camera, helping direct and helping, also acting teacher, you know, or teaching classes of where she helps people get out of contracts. That's what I mean. Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling without even pulling. I can feel it. Okay, so the next question that I have is, how do the people that she used to work with feel about her book? And my friend actually helped me, guys, with coming up with certain questions to put in my video, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, what do I talk about? Like, because like I said, like, I don't watch it. I try not to. Like, I legit, like, turn it off because you can't really escape certain things. So I'm like, dang, I'm not trying to see that. So I haven't really, like I said, like, looked at everything. But I think my friend has, so she didn't tell me anything. But so she helped me come up, well, she came up with this question, but she said, how do the people that she used to work with feel about her book? Oh, I like this. We're gonna do like a vague spread for this because, you know, Jennette knows a lot of people. So okay, so I want to reiterate the question: how do the people that she used to work with feel about her book? So a lot of them feel I'm picking up on coworkers mainly, and maybe a few friends. But a lot of people have reached out to her. Got the 8 of Wands and the Hanged Man reverse and the 4 Swords upright. So I'm feeling like a lot of people have reached out to her to make sure she's okay. They are like, oh my God, like, I had no idea that was going on, and I worked so closely with you. A lot of people feel like they left, like they abandoned her. They feel there's a lot of people that were close to her at the time when she was growing up that felt like they felt guilty. Like, oh wow, like, we should have been there more for you. We saw that, like, sometimes like her coworkers or friends saw certain things that her mom was doing, or like other things that she went through with Dan Schneider. They saw things going on, but nobody said anything. They were too, like, the 4 of Swords is telling me, like, they were silent. They didn't know what to say. Like, they were, you know, they kind of like separated themselves. They separated themselves a lot from Jennette. That's what I was talking about in the beginning, where Jennette felt like betrayed in a sense, because I don't know if I said betrayed, but I said that she felt hurt. Like, she had to learn the hard way that a lot of people didn't have her back. You know, because Jennette is a person, I still feel this from her energy even to today. She will stand up for the underdog. She will, you don't even have to be the underdog, but if she sees something wrong, she will stand up for you and tell you, or call it out and say, hey, that's not right. You know, even when she was younger, there were certain things that she had to learn to pick and choose her battles. So there were certain things that she wasn't comfortable with speaking up about, but she pretty much, probably more the Dan Schneider situation, when it affected her career. That's when her mom would silence her a lot. There was a lot of, like, silencing, and a lot of the people around her saw that going on. Now, there were also people that were completely oblivious to it and had no idea, because Jennette would hide it. She would hide a lot of it because it was a lot of shame and, like, guilt, and she would show up to work like everything was okay. So a lot of times people didn't know, you know, so this book really opened up their eyes. Like, a lot of people really read it because the title caught their attention too. But a lot of people were like, wow, like, amazed, and they feel she is so strong, and they admire her a lot. A lot of people, I'm getting a lot of people admiring her type of energy, really appreciating her, really wanting to be close to her, wanting her to not feel so alone. Some people, of course, are those people that felt awkward, like, ooh, I don't know, like, I don't know if I should reach out. I'm getting a little bit of like hesitation type of energy, like they want to reach out, and those are the people that she really wants to reach out, but they won't. So maybe like an ex, you know, that kind of was a little close to her at the time and saw some weird stuff. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I'm getting, guys. Yeah, she's getting good acknowledgement. 9 of Pentacles. She's getting a lot of good acknowledgement from it, though. A lot of people are on her side and really, you know, supporting her. She's getting a lot of support, which is good. It's really good. Some people are kind of like weird about the title, but, you know, she was like, yeah, well, I did it on purpose, you know. So the next question is, how does her mom feel about her book? So that's getting more into, I would love to pull on this, but that's going into the territory of pulling on her mom, and I do want to be respectful, but I feel like around the energy, without tapping it too much, I feel like her mom is not happy. Yeah, obviously. So yeah, she's not happy, but she's being blocked, or I'm blocked from it. Like, I'm not gonna get too much into it because I want to respect Jennette, and yeah, no. Okay, so how does Dan Schneider feel about her book? Ooh, I like this question. Okay. Guys, has anybody read this book that Jennette came out with? If you have, please let me know. Did Jennette mention Dan Schneider in this book? Because he is not happy. She aired some tea on him. She aired some tea, or she mentioned him, and he is not happy. Whatever she said in that book, he is pissed off. Like, I'm getting the 9 of Cups reversed and the 9 of Wands. Yeah, so I don't feel like he's read the book, but I feel like people have told him. It got back to him that he's in the book, and he probably has read like snippets. He knew a lot of what was going on, and he's so disgusting. I'm sorry, I'm feeling things from him, guys. I'm sorry. Dan was doing some things with Jennette. He was being, allegedly, he was disgusting. Yeah. He's really upset with her because she aired some stuff out, and she's been airing stuff out about him. So the mom, yeah. Guys, I am not getting at cards. Okay. So I got the 9 of Cups reversed, the 9 of Wands reversed, the High Priestess reversed, 5 of Wands upright, the Empress reversed, Justice reversed, Wheel of Fortune upright, 9 of Pentacles upright. So basically what that's saying, guys, is a lot of crap came out, and he feels like she's lying. Okay, he feels like she's lying about a lot of what she's talking about, including the mom. He feels like she's just wanting attention. He's really upset about it, and he feels like he gave her really good opportunities. He opened doors for her, and you know, he feels like she's being very ungrateful because there were certain things that Jennette wanted that Dan was not giving her, or it came with a price, and the mom was like, just do it, Jennette, just do it. Like, I just hear her saying, just do it, Jennette, it's just this one time, just do it. Like, Jennette's mom would make her do a lot of things that she didn't want to do, and not good things. Jennette said some stuff about Dan in the book or mentioned him and has spoken out about him, and he's very angry with her. He wants to take her to court for it, but he wants to try to, or he's gonna try to sue her, or he's wanting to sue her, but he feels like she just wants attention, or it's a cry because of the mom. Like, Dan is disgusting. I can't even, guys. Like, yeah. He thinks she's doing this all for attention, honestly. He doesn't. He feels like she's, like, very ungrateful. It's just really sad. Okay, guys. So now we're moving into iCarly and Nickelodeon. So the first question is, did she enjoy doing iCarly? Mom's coming out again. Oh my god. Her mom keeps coming out. I swear to gosh. She did not. No. She hated doing iCarly. I'm really surprised. I got the 8 of Pentacles reversed, the Magician reversed, and the Empress, because her mom made it very... I think if her mom wouldn't have been so on her and like hurtful and just annoying, I think she would have enjoyed some parts of being on iCarly, but she really didn't, because of Dan as well. He's another factor. And also I'm picking up something with Miranda. She didn't like the way she felt like there was too much favoritism on the show. She felt like Miranda got a lot of things. Again, I'm hearing that she got a lot of opportunities, a lot more airtime. Jennette didn't like playing Sam. She didn't like, there were certain things she had fun with. I'm not gonna say she completely hated the character, but she just didn't agree with a lot of the way Dan wrote Sam, and that made her not enjoy it. You know, honestly, she didn't like, she was already angry in her actual life, you know, so to play another angry character made her really annoyed, and it would oftentimes like fluster her mood a lot. And Jennette's very, like I said, the sensitive to other people's emotions and her own emotions. Her being a Cancer and having so much heavy Cancer in her chart, so she didn't enjoy it, and she felt like she wasn't paid enough. Jennette, a lot of her career has felt like she wasn't given enough money, that she was underpaid. I agree, she was very underpaid. I see it. And she always came last to her co-stars. Like, she didn't feel like, and there were things that Dan was trying to do on the side, allegedly, with her, that she was like, well, you promised me this. Like, if I did this, if I acted like this, or, you know, did this favor, whatever, you promised that I would have these things, or I would get this opportunity. So she didn't see a lot of the mistreatment that happened with the other co-stars, because there was that going on. She was more so focused on her own issues and her own trauma, because she was going through so much at home that it honestly, not to, you know, make Jennette seem like a bad person or anything like that, but it made it hard to work with her, because she was very like, I don't want to do this, but was still professional, but her energy offset was like, I don't want to, no. You know, there were times where I do feel like it wasn't always bad, where they would have fun, and, you know, she tried to build like some type of like friendship with Miranda, Nathan, and the other guy, like the brother. She was actually really close to the brother. She was really good friends with the brother. I feel it. Like, she was cool with him. I don't know his name. I'm gonna post this picture right here. She was cool with him. She was really cool. I feel their energy. I think they still talk to this day, but I feel they still do. But I say I think because I'm just feeling it. But you know, so yeah, I feel like, yeah, stuff was going on with her and Miranda. She didn't like that, and that was kind of spewing into, or going into her, you know, working with Miranda, working with Nathan, you know. So the next question is, did Jennette have any drama with the iCarly cast? And I am going to say yes, without pulling, because I already kind of said it. Miranda, for sure. She had problems with her. And Nathan. For some reason, I keep hearing Nathan. She would have, not just because of her characters on the show, there were problems in real life. Like, I think even too, that she kind of had a little crush on him. Like, I hate to be that person, but I feel it. Like, she had a little crush, and I think that she wanted more of his attention, and I don't know, I just see that being, there was a little bit of a competition. You know, I hate saying that, guys, because I'm not one to like put women against each other, but that's bound to happen, that they're gonna have a crush on, you know. I feel like she kind of liked the brother too. Yeah, as I said that, guys, the lovers came out. She had a crush. Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is going more into her relationship with Miranda and Nathan. So I'm curious about this too. How was her relationship with Miranda? I'm gonna say that first. And I believe Miranda is a Taurus. Guys, they weren't really close. I don't see that, like I said, Jennette had her own problems with certain things. A lot of romance cards. Guys, I'm getting a lot of romantic cards. Not between Miranda and Jennette. More so between Nathan. Like, Nathan, they liked Nathan. There was some love interest going on. I'm not feeling like there was heavy conflict, but like I said, like, I do feel distance. Like, Jennette would kind of like, Miranda's not a very like she kind of has a little sass, a little attitude sometimes, but she's not like a very mean person, you know. So she wasn't causing drama. It was more of like they both liked Nathan. And I hate to be that person, but I'm feeling it, guys. I'm sorry, but they both liked Nathan, or Nathan liked one of them, and they both liked him. So I feel a little problem with that. For that, but I feel like Jennette was having problems with Dan and what he was doing, and she would project it onto Miranda. And I'm not saying they would argue or anything crazy, but they weren't cool like that. They weren't as close as they make it seem. Like, they would have good times, but they weren't as close as you would think they are, you know? They weren't really close. And I feel like they were kind of cool or cordial enough to work together, but there was a lot of things that, like I said, Jennette holds on to things, so she couldn't let go of a lot of the things that, or separate a lot of the things that Dan was doing, and she sometimes would think that Miranda was like behind the scenes of it, or Nathan was behind the scenes of it. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling, guys. I'm not feeling like they were really close. I do feel like they did hang out a few times, and like get to know each other, because, you know, they want to be professional and know each other on set and be able to convey that chemistry, because they were playing best friends. So, you know, they had to learn to get along. So it was more of like a work relationship. It doesn't feel like it was like super personal. But like I said, Jennette never gave it that fair chance, because she had so much crap going on at her home, and she had to like act like everything was okay on set, you know. And so a lot of times that made her distant and cold, and she would joke a few times or try to get to know them, but there was always this like distance or kind of coldness coming from her. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm picking up on from her and Miranda. So I want to see how Nathan feels about her. Wow. Okay, guys, so 3 of Swords came out for when I asked how does Nathan feel about Jennette. So yeah, guys, I told you there was some type of love interest going on, or somebody felt hurt, or somebody got hurt, and somebody like I believe that it looks like Nathan and Jennette had a thing, or they liked each other. But it's talking about a third party situation, like being split, like not being able to, like 2 other people getting hurt. So this was Miranda, Nathan, and Jennette. So I feel like there was some type of love interest going on, or being interested in each other. And Ace of Cups, and it not being reciprocated, unrequited love. Yeah, I feel like Jennette, it's saying that Jennette was the one that liked him, as I figured. Jennette was the one that liked him, but he did not feel the same way, or he doesn't feel the same way for her, and was not willing to Two of Pentacles, not being able to work cohesively together. They were the ones that had the most issues, I'm seeing. Yeah, the Lovers reverse. Wow, yeah. Oh my god. This is Jennette. Queen of Cups, upright. She's coming out as the Queen of Cups, and the 4 of Cups reverse. Yeah, a lot of cups coming out. The 3 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, saying that they were not able to work together, or it was hard for them to work together. And I said this, guys. I didn't even pull on it, and I felt that shit. Like, I said this. The Lovers reverse. Like, somebody had feelings for the other one, and they were not reciprocated. I feel like that this was on Nathan's end. He was not interested in her. I think it was more so like, you know, maybe Carly, I almost said Carly. More, I feel like more so was with Miranda. He had more feelings or more chemistry with Miranda, and they got along very well. And because of that, Jennette felt very outcasted and not, and on top of like thinking it was cute, like just not able to work cohesively with them, especially Nathan. Miranda, she can, you know, kind of, you know, get on board with working with her a little bit, just because they would crack jokes, and they kind of have like, they almost have the same humor, almost. But yeah, like, especially around that age, they have the same type, almost the same type of humor. But yeah, guys, this energy between Nathan and Jennette, it's not good. Like, I don't even think they probably talk to this day. Like, I'm seeing their, yeah. Yeah, they had a very immature work relationship. It was, yeah, it was, I got the Page of Pentacles telling me that they were, you know, they would be kind of like petty with each other, a little childish, a little playful sometimes when they were in the mood to be nice to each other, but it was very hard for them to work together. They just tried to make it work because they had to work together. So, wow, guys, that was interesting. Ugh, okay, so this one I've been wondering for a minute. How was her relationship with Ariana Grande when she did Sam and Cat? So I'm gonna say I kind of already know that they did the spin-off with Sam and Cat, but originally Jennette wanted it to just be her, and then Ariana came in and she had some animosity towards Ariana because everybody was talking about it. But I'm gonna look into Jennette's energy. Okay, guys, so the question is, how does Jennette feel about Ariana Grande? And I also put working with her on Sam, and when she had to work with her on Sam and Cat. So I pretty much see in the cards that it was very hard to work with her. It was very hard to work with Ariana because she was kind of like, I want to say, like, talk bad about Ariana, but she was a diva. Hate to use that word, but she was a diva, and Jennette tried to remain very professional on set. She didn't appreciate that Dan was her favorite. And, you know, it just seems like she was able to do, like, certain things, and Jennette was not able to do those things. Like, she saw Ariana, like, getting to travel, have all of these, Three of Wands, have all these opportunities, because the Three of Wands speaks of opportunities and travel and getting to express yourself through those opportunities, getting to have freedom in a sense. And she felt like, you know, Jennette felt like she was tied. She felt very burdened working with Ariana because Ariana was not pulling her weight. She felt, Jennette felt like she had to carry the show, even though, you know, the show wasn't hers. Like, it was, you know, she was told that she was going to be able to have her own show, or have a lot of things be around the show be centered around her, but she ended up having to share the show with somebody else, and so she was not happy about that at all. She felt like Ariana just came in and, like, everybody just loved her and respected her, and Jennette, for her, wasn't really like that. She had to really, like, even till this day, she feels like she wasn't appreciated. I keep saying that, but even to this day, she feels like she, you know, was not appreciated, and because of that, she became resentful, and she didn't want to do the show anymore, especially after Ariana, you know, went off and did her own stuff and wasn't able to fully commit to acting. So I'm seeing that she's not happy with that, and she's still kind of like holding onto that. They would Jennette would kind of like say things to Ariana a little bit. She was kind of being not to be rude or throw her under the bus, Jennette, but she was being a little bully. She would like tell her like, hey, you need to get your shit together. Like, she would say it in a really mean way though, like I'm hearing. Eight of Pentacles upright and the Two of Wands reversed. Eight of Wands reversed. Yeah, that's telling me, guys, that obviously it's talking about when they work together, because that's what I was saying, but the Two of Wands is very like back and forth, fiery, like arguments. It could be like an argumentative card, could also be a lover's card, working together to make things move in a direction to where it gets off the ground. And she feels like the show could have been something if Ariana was more committed, you know, and she kind of like wanted to fully express her frustration to Ariana, like when she had calmed down more, but she never really, I'm seeing that she never really did. And the Eight of Pentacles to me is saying like, we had all these opportunities coming to us, but you walked away from it. Hey guys, I wanted to interrupt my video and I wanted to make this comment that I kept feeling from when Ariana, I'm going to try to be very clear about this because it's a lot of energy going on that I've been feeling at the time, that I'm feeling currently at the time that Ariana and Jennette were filming Sam and Cat, but in the timeline I'm going to try to get correctly at the way I'm feeling it. So I not only feel that Jeanette was obviously upset that a lot of opportunities were being presented to Ariana to the point where it was hard to get her to work with her because she was very absent. Towards I want to say maybe the third season, half of the second season, they were supposed to, I don't know if I said this, but they were supposed to have more seasons. But what happened, I am feeling, and I don't have proof, this is allegedly and all for entertainment purposes, guys, okay? But what I'm feeling is, if you know anything about Ariana, you know that she's very, very close with her mom. And her mom, I've said in Ariana's readings, is very, very close, of course, and protective of Ariana. So when Ariana was shooting Victorious, allegedly, and there's videos on this, guys, of Dan preying on Ariana. Now, Ariana wasn't trying to cause rift. This was going on for a good minute of when Ariana first started the show. Dan slowly started, I feel, entertainment, allegedly, purposes only. I feel he was preying on her, not only Ariana, but the other girls like Victoria and Liz. But Ariana was scared to speak out to her mom because her mom has this energy of, I will ruin you. You know, kind of like Kris Jenner a little bit, but she's very, very subtle with it. Kris is more outspoken with it, but Joan, being a Gemini, moves very slick and like behind the scenes of things, and it's not sneaky energy, but it can be. But she tries to outsmart you, right? So she'll go, and this is kind of how Kris moves too, Kris Jenner. She moves like this, but she'll kind of speak out a little bit more than Joan does. But Joan was finding, so they were trying to find ways, even though Victorious was about to end, and Ariana was afraid to, I feel, speak out. She was afraid to say anything to her mom because she didn't want to mess up everyone else's opportunities of getting in the show. She was becoming more of a likable character in Victorious, so she really didn't want to mess up everybody else's bag. So she took it. But when I'm telling you guys, when she got on Sam and Cat and Joan, and it got worse because it started getting worse. And Joan found out all of this. This video will be long. This audio will be too long if I start saying all of the things I feel. But when Joan found out, guys, you do not fuck with the Gemini's kid. You don't do it. You do not freaking do it. And y'all Gemini moms and dads, y'all know what I'm talking about. Because y'all can be ruthless. So Joan was like, you know what? I'm going to play this slick. So she got her out of, she used Ariana's music to pull her away from the show. I feel a lot of that, yes, Ariana had her diva moments, but it wasn't only Ariana's decision. Joan was moving behind the scenes as well as the lawyers they had, and they were telling Dan, they were threatening him and saying, if you don't stop and if you don't let her out of this contract, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, when they started talking more because Dan was getting more annoying, and trying to keep Ariana on the show as well. And then Jennette, there was problems with Jennette and Ariana, so that's why there wasn't, I feel, another season. There was supposed to be like 2 more seasons because they were doing very, very well and Dan's money hungry. So Joan was like threatening him. Well, not even a threat, it was a promise. But she was telling him, if you don't do this, if you don't move, get my daughter off the show, if you don't do, once she moved privately, she then began to tell him stuff, and or their lawyer began to say stuff. And Ariana's parents, I don't know, something about the dad, I've always said this, but the dad is in business or something, or he's a lawyer, or he knows lawyers, because he's smart too, and he got her out of that contract. But it ruined the show because Joan was not having it. She was not having it, and Ariana was very afraid to speak up and say something. But she found out because Ariana started not acting the same. You could tell when your kid is not acting the way they normally act. If you guys have if you're a parent, you know when your kid's acting different. or when there's something wrong, you know? So Joan got a little bit out of her, and then, you know, she started noticing things too. And so Jennette, seeing this, began to become resentful towards Ariana. She's seeing this love and support around her and how she pulled her out, because Jennette didn't have that. Her mom forced her to take that abuse, allegedly. She forced her. So her mom knew everything that was going on with her and Dan, and she made her stay there. So you can imagine how Jennette's feeling at this point, you know, and just undervalued, just, you know, even by your own parents. And then you have to take this abuse from this director. It's just horrible. So I don't blame Jennette for being resentful towards Ariana. Yes, it sucks, and she's moving past it, and she's healing, and we're glad for that. But can you imagine how she was feeling just seeing that? Oh my God. You guys, this is all allegedly, and I don't have proof of this, but I am feeling Joan's energy, and she was, So I hope you guys are enjoying this reading. I'm going to stop talking now. But I hope you're enjoying this reading, and yeah. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Away from it, you know, like she felt like Ariana robbed her of her success, and because she was finally getting more of it like centered around her a little bit, even though she was still kind of upset that the show wasn't her show. So yeah, this show could have went on, I'm seeing, for 8 seasons. Sam and Kat was supposed to, they were hoping to do 8 seasons, or like close to 8 seasons. So maybe that's a lot. Is that a lot for Nickelodeon to do 8 seasons? But this show was, regardless, it was said to be very promising, and it was going to do very well. But yeah, it didn't end up getting off the ground because Ariana just was not in that place at that time to do acting. So yeah, and Jennette's a little annoyed now because she sees Ariana's trying to go back into acting, because we know that Ariana's doing Wicked. So Jennette is a little irritated. She's like, where was this energy when I wanted? That's what I heard with the 8 of Pentacles. Where was this energy when I wanted to fucking have a show like with you? And the next question, I answered this one already, but it says, did she get paid less compared to her cast members? Yes, she did. She got paid less than Miranda was getting paid a lot more. Jennette made a good amount, but not as much as she wanted. Like, she wanted more money. And she has that Taurus, y'all. She has that Taurus. So you know she like pay up. Bitch, better have my money. That's Jennette's energy with working. Yeah, and the guys were paid really well too. And a lot of sexist going on too. Like, they were getting paid a lot, and she was not happy about that. Okay guys, so the last 2 questions I want to pull on, because this video is already really long. We'll see when I edit it, but the last 2 questions I want to pull on is, will she get married, and will she have kids? We all know I love pulling on that. So and is she with anyone right now? And I do feel like Jennette is with somebody, so but let's see. Okay guys, so I pulled on, does Jennette have a boyfriend right now, or a love interest? I'm hearing that I heard that they're on a break. They're taking a break. She did, but they're having problems. Yeah, they're having problems. She is with somebody, or they're about to take a break. They're about to break up. But she did have somebody, or she is with somebody. But it feels like they're about to break up, or they're about to take a break. Yeah, they're not doing well. They're not doing well. So, ooh. This guy that she's with she was with is not good for her. He's taking advantage of her. So the next question is, will she get married? Guys, as of now, I'm hearing no. She doesn't want to get married. Jennette doesn't want it. She doesn't want to get married. It's because of her mom and her dad. She saw a really unhealthy dynamic growing up, and she doesn't want that. Yeah, I'm not saying that she wants to get married. I don't see it. I mean, this energy could change, and she could change her mind, but she does not want to get married. Like, she loves hard, and she does, you know, like being in a relationship, but she also likes being alone. She really likes being alone. And she hates, you know, feeling like controlled in the relationship. So she's working on it. She's working on not getting controlled, not feeling or get over giving herself. But she feels like she has a lot that she needs to work on before she even starts thinking about marriage. But I'm not seeing that in her energy, guys, that she wants to get married. She doesn't have like that desire. It's not, you know, I think she's thought about it, but she doesn't have like that I need to get married, that I need of wanting to get married. So I don't see it. I don't see her getting married. She's really trying to focus on herself and her traumas and just healing. Like, that's what she's trying to do. I'm also not seeing kids for her right now. She's not thinking about that. She is not thinking about that. I think she has that want. And she will have that want in the future. But as of now, I'm not seeing it. I got the Strength card. That's a no. The and it's in the upright. 6 of Cups reversed. 5 of Pentacles upright. The Hermit reversed. And the 3 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. Which there is telling me that there's times where she does get that. She thinks about it. But I don't see her having kids. Like, I don't. Again, this can change. But as of now, I don't see the want. It's more of like, I don't want to. Like, I don't, she's too traumatized. I'm telling you, she's traumatized from what her mom did. And she doesn't want, or she's scared. And it's something that she's trying to work through. She's scared that she's going to do something like that to her kids. Or she's going to hurt her kids in that way. So I think at times, like, she thinks about it. And she's, you know, lingered on the thought, as all people do. But I don't really see it in her energy. So let me know, guys, has she said that she wants to have kids? I don't see it in her energy. I mean, if she's spoken about it, which I don't know, but if she's spoken about it, I don't see that she wants to. I see a lot of trauma with that. Like, she's too, like, I don't know, like, she is worried that she's not gonna be a good mom. She's worried about that. So, if she does talk about it on her podcast, I believe she has one. Or she did. Let me know, guys. Let me know if she's talked about this in her podcast or any interview or anything like that. But I'm seeing no. I'm not seeing that she's going to have kids. If she does, I see her adopting or having maybe 1 kid. But I don't see kids. But like I said, this energy can change. It's very fluid energy. So it can change. It's just where it stands right now. But I don't see it right now, or marriage. She needs to work through a lot of things going on with her before she can attract somebody that would even be worthy of being with her like that. So, yeah. Well, guys, this was my reading on Jennette McCurdy. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It was a bit dark and a lot to talk about. So I hope you guys don't mind that it was long. If you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, please follow my Instagram and we can connect. Here's my Instagram. And please like and subscribe and check out my other videos. I really worked hard on those, so, you know, just toot my own horn. I hope you guys have a lovely day or night. Remember to be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself, love on other people, and yeah, namaste, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day or night. Bye.